Okay, as you can see, we have our board glued together. This will give us the size that we need to build the birdhouse out of. But you can see that we have an unsquare end right here. This edge has been jointed so that it is a nice smooth edge, straight. So now we just need to take it to the power miter saw and we need to cut this off so that it is square. We do not need to mark it because the power miter will cut a perfect 90 on that. Alright, when we're ready to cut our 90-degree angle or square up the board, we need to make sure that we cut the wood far enough in that we remove any checking. This board has a crack, which we call a check, that runs in about 4 inches into the board. That's natural. It happens whenever you're using damp wood and the wood starts drying out as it comes inside the shop. Sometimes you'll only have to cut an inch or 2 off. Sometimes you have to cut more. Unfortunately, this time we're going to need to cut about 4 inches off to get rid of the check so that the crack doesn't continue through our project. Okay, when we cut with a power miter, remember that we have to keep our good edge. In this case, I have a nice jointed edge that I did after I planed it, and we need to make sure that goes against the fence. We're going to line up the saw, the edge of the saw, with the mark, and remember we cut on the waste side. In this case, we're cutting on the check side of the line. Line that up. Make sure that you've got this hand out of the way. This hand needs to be completely as far away from the blade as you can get it. In this case, it's going to be about 5 or 6 inches. Enough that I can hold it against the fence and keep it flat down on the surface of the saw. Alright, we're going to cut our first one right now. Notice that I started cutting from out here. I pulled the slide on the saw, cut down, and pushed back. Okay, now this piece we're going to keep in case we need it for straps later. Now I'm going to slide my board down and I'm going to line it up with my 9-inch mark on my saw right here. And I'm going to cut that board off. Again, holding it against the fence and keeping it flat down on the surface of the saw. Okay, I'm going to do that a few more times. Set that one out of the way. And I'm going to cut another 9-inch board. Then I'm going to cut an 8-inch board that we're going to split. That'll be the short sides of the birdhouse. Those are the pieces that I need to create the main structure of the birdhouse.